clean seed has been a big problem, and the knowledge of how to be successful with the production of soybean is also another area where we need a great support from this center. The other area is the production of sunflower. Sunflower is also has a challenge in the area of seeds, because sometimes our farmers are supplied with the poor seeds. So when it comes to germination, they are not successful. The germination is always 45% to 50%, and once your sunflower is not germinated well, then you cannot get much out of the production. That has always given them a setback, and that makes them to withdraw their interest in investing in sunflower. And yet, sunflower is one of the crops that we could easily get money out of it, because it takes a short time, which could help us manage school fees and other necessities. So even there, we need a lot of support. Honorable Minister, we are grateful for all your support from local government ministry, because right now we have a project of smart climate agriculture. It is going to supply us with the seedlings of coffee and many other enterprises. We are indeed very grateful. We are also running the oilseed project in the district, where we expect to grow soybean, sunflower, groundnuts, and the rest of those oil crops in the district, which we also feel will support us in the production of food, which will feed our children and feed the population of Kiryandongo. Honorable Minister, we have been grappling with the issue of aflatoxin in the district, because our farmers, how they handle the crops when they are ready is always poorly done. Most of the crops are dried on the ground. Others are harvested before they completely mature, and that is an issue. Then when it comes to drying, most of the crops are kept indoors. We have a traditional feeling that with the groundnuts, when you harvest, you first have to tie it in the house or keep it in the house. After some 2 days, that's when you take it outside in the sun, and that has affected groundnuts and has affected the lives of people. And we have come up with an ordinance, which is still in the pipeline, of quality maize ordinance. I want to thank you so much that when we passed it in the district council, the other step was now for you to help us forward it to the Solicitor General for drafting. I am very grateful, Honorable Minister, that you did not sit on our letter. You immediately did it, and I will request that the Kiryandongo local government, together with you, will make a follow-up so that we get that ordinance drafted, and that will help a lot our community of Kiryandongo and the whole Uganda, because our food goes far and near Uganda. I wouldn't speak more because I came a little bit late. We apologize when you came in. We had already organized the commissioning of projects and were deep in the villages. That's why we could not stand at the gate to welcome you. But here we are in the house. I have the Chief Administrative Officer who was introduced, and you are able to look at him. While we are here, we want to appreciate your advocacy for local governments. You're indeed our mother. We are happy, and I know while we are here, you are going to talk a lot about us. I would wish to end up by sending you to forward our appreciation to His Excellency the President for all the support he gives us as our father, and how he loves local governments to shine. Also tell him that 2026, 2031, we are wholly for him to continue leading us as our president. Thank you so much. I want to take then this honor some people who are going to speak before you come in. Lastly, our farmers. Mulio. Nyinyi iko mzuri. Munalima. Munafurahia haya. Asante sana. Asante, Mungu abariki.
Thank you so much. Let's clap for Madam Edith. There's a slight change in program for the goodness of all of us. We apologize for that. We are going to give 5 minutes to JBK Farm. Immediately after JB, we shall also have more 5 minutes to the head of AMSAF. JBK Farm, please. Dr. Joseph, the floor is yours. 5 minutes. As we wait for Mr. Joseph, let me have head of AMSAF. Thank you. This is JBK. 5 minutes. Not the one of Africa. Let's have head of AMSAF as we wait for JB. Okay. Head of AMSAF, please. JBK. As we wait for them, allow me to recognize the following partners. We have AFAP offering services like marketing development services to the agro inputs. Please, at the tent there, go and have these services, go and understand services concerning policy services, and also financial services in agro inputs. That is the AFAP. Not forgetting the Rainbow Agroscience Company. They're offering all protection solutions, herbicides, insecticides, pesticides, fungicides. Please go and understand more. At this juncture, allow me to welcome Head of AMSAF to come and say what? 5 minutes. I repeat, 5 minutes, not of Africa.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister and distinguished guests. Good afternoon. My name is Robert Tamale. I'm heading operations at AMSAF. The panelists here have talked very well about how do you produce, but after producing, what next? Market access is very important, and the Asri Farm set up a trading platform which is called Agri Market Systems for Africa. What we talk about is not we shall do, but we say we are doing. So what happens after producing, going through all the partnerships, all engagement, and produce quality product, you list what you have on a platform, which is a trading platform, such that you are exposed as a farmer to a network of off-takers in the region. Which means if PDM is supporting you to produce 2 tons, can you list them? Because first of all, we have partnerships with a number of service providers. When you produce and you can access the market, what about transportation. AMSAF has partnered with a number of logistics providers to help you move from Kapchora, Kasese, Amoro, whatever area you are, to make sure your product reaches the processors. Because there is a bit of a disconnect. The processor in Nairobi is looking for very good quality product from Uganda, far away from the city center, about 300 kilometers in Amoro, in Nebi, in Lango, in Alaptom. So what happened is a serious setup. AMSAF has a digital platform because you can access it once you have internet. But we say maybe internet access may not be good for you. We also set up what we call the USSD, where you put in the way you put on data, you put on airtime, and say, I am listing 5 tons in my village. Because the government supported me with money to produce. I don't want to worry. My issue is producing quality. Let AMSAF do the same. We don't stop at that. What we do is price discovery. You may come to a platform, not to trade, but look at the trend. Right now we're approaching harvest season. So what you do on a daily basis, we have engine, where you log on and say, price of maize in Mubende is this. Price of soya bean in Dokoro is this. That's what to do. We do. But there are cases where your intention is not to sell now. What do? We have products that help you to make sure you may not have proper storage facilities. Come and store with us. We give you a voucher. On a daily basis, we shall keep you posted about the running prices. Then, at the time when you want to redeem the voucher, you come. There are services that you say, when you transport it, what happens if any other risks happen? For example, God forbid spillage, maybe accident, because these are the things we stay with in the value chain. We partner with insurance to make sure your goods are insured. How about if you don't have money? Because your processors, they look at their cash cycle and say, we have representative of some of the processors here, maybe Kiarabu Industries, we have RVP, we have so many of Mandela, we have so many of them. They will tell you, I may not be able to pay you cash because we are going to process and also sale will give you money in the next 5, 10, 45 days or 60 days. What happens? We partner with financials to make sure best logistics provider. And when you are in a pool of farmers on AMSAF, the rates are relatively manageable. They don't worry about the pricing. If you are the processor, what is it for you? Because if you're in Kampala, for you to deal with one farmer who is far away, there is trust issues. AMSAF is very secure and functional. So we shall make sure that through our village-based aggregators, you are able to access the grain from a network of producers. Honorable Minister, AMSAF is currently working with the beneficiaries of KDM to make sure we off-take, we buy off whatever they produce. And also, through GSBU, we are able to guide them on how they are able to do post-harvesting handling. So for processors, we have about 4 products. 1, stocking as a service. Number 2, buy now and pay later. Number 3, you want to save your grain. Many people, in our communities, they have their grain and want to use it to pay school fees, access a few commodities. What you have to do is come and save with AMSAF and they'll give you a voucher. And number 4 on the market is get supply now. You say, I'm a Mira, I want supply of soybean, I want the supply of bag beans, I want the supply of maize, all on AMSAF. How do you access the platform? It is very easy. We have a table here, and after here, my team will be available to make sure you plug in very fast. You go to Google Play, you type in AMSAF, AMSAF, than somebody logging on WhatsApp or any other platform. How does it feel if you are on a platform that makes you money? In brief, we are available here. Make sure that you are able to plug in. And thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, farmers and off-takers. See you soon to make sure that we are able to grow together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Allow me to recognize the presence of Florence Kambugo, the IFC World Bank, for recognition. Madam Florence, thank you so much for coming. And the same General Manager, Simlo Seed Uganda. You're welcome, sir. At this juncture, allow me to invite JBK Farm, Mr. Jose. The current speaker has spoiled the reason of the time. So allow me to inform you that 5 should be 5 minutes. Thank you. Let's clap for him.
Thank you for the invite, Honorable Minister, the distinguished guests, and beloved farmers. I'm glad to be part of this great invite. We are doing partly mechanization in our farm, but the mechanization I saw on this field was quite impressive. Josie Kuta are my names. I'm the proprietor and director of JBK Modern Farm. We are just neighbors. We are located in Luweero, Chikerege village. That's where we established our 33-acre coffee farm. I'm here as a testimony, the great services. The great services of Yala are unique in a way that it's not about the product that they deliver, but there is a unique technical follow-up of advising a farmer. A number of times we need to agree that as farmers, we tend to buy the right product, but we fail to know when, where, why, and how. When you miss those, no matter the great product, you're out of business. This one I have to testify. And through our network, when we got the good services of Yala, I need to be particular on this. The gentleman by names of John Sekamwa, he recommends, first he tells you, send me a screenshot of your plantation. Then, when do you hope I can visit? When he visits you, all he needs is your time. But on the great strike is that somebody should have at least some background and basic on soil health and plant nutrition. If you don't give him your ears, I know you will miss a lot. So I'm here to give you a testimony that we have partnered with Yala because it is a partnership. And Yala has provided us with the technical services. We have recommended a number of farmers, but we have always been a reference. How do we become a reference? We all know that we have a national target of 20 million bags by 2030. And these are our observations. Irrespective of Uganda expanding on the acreage, we have a lot to do with farmers understanding the agricultural practices that must be implemented for plantation. I have a number of farmers in our locality who always claim that fertilizers are expensive, and I've always given an argument. You don't look at a bag of fertilizer in its totality. many trees are you going to apply that bag of fertilizer? Get to know what is the cost per tree. We have our statistics. We have not exceeded 1,400 shillings per tree if we implement the Yala program. Now, I always question farmers. How about if you implemented what you are being told, other than you harvesting less than 1 kg of FHU per year? We have made a strong stride. The maximum we had and felt we are celebrating to fellow farmers in the coffee chain was 2.5, and I used to brag about it. Johnny came and told me, according to the Yala program, you need to do things right. 2.5 kg is below the standard. I'm like, no, John, come on, this is too much for the ordinary farmers. Because personally, I feel we are earning a lot of money per tree. He told me, let's get on the journey. I accepted. Look at the organic matter, do soil testing on time, bring me your reports for interpretation, and I will always recommend on what step we do. Guess what? By close of last year, because within Luwero, our major season is what usually closes the crop year, we hit 4 kgs of FHU per tree. And the same John is telling me, Josie, we need to do better. I want you to hear that 6.5 should be our next target, and we're working towards that. So the message back to the farmers is, our plantation currently has a capacity of 30,000 trees. With the respective and current prices, which farmers are agitated about, but I can make an argument on that, given time, but the time is short. If a farmer implemented the good agronomical practices and hit an average of 4, of which now it's no longer our target, we are hitting higher. 12,000 Uganda shillings per kg of FHU. I hope everyone has a smartphone. 12,000 Uganda shillings for every bush. We can call it a bush or coffee tree. Times 30,000 trees that we currently hold. How much money can I smile with to the bank? Please do the math. 4 kilos of FHU per tree, each kilo at 12,000 average with the current price, times 30,000 trees.
360 million.
No, please try to calculate. Let's hear from other contributors. Thank you. But we are not going to push smallholder farmers to those extremes. I'm going to give you a simple calculation. In our farming model, for those who can manage to visit us, or those who intend to visit us, let me give you simple math. Because we need to take care of the smallholder farmers. Now, let's take a minimum of 1 acre. Because every one of us here at least can afford 1 acre of coffee. With the current Brazilian model, because we no longer practice our ordinary models that we've been told. So Uganda, sorry, unfortunately, we have not found the right name. We call it Brazilian model because those are the TikTok videos we watch, that these are the models of intensive farming that are practiced with what we call our big boys in the coffee industry. Okay, let's take 900 trees at a spacing of 5 feet by 10 feet, right? The farmer can afford 900 trees. 9 900 trees times 4 kgs times 12,000. How much is that? Sorry? Just make an imagination. If every smallholder farmer can maintain 1 acre and implement what the agronomists and soil scientists tell us, how much investment does it require a smallholder farmer to earn that money? And how does the life of that farmer change in the village? So it implies that with the current production we have in Uganda, we have the capacity to have a times 2 of our current production. So the message I've been telling farmers is that if we implement what is meant to be implemented in our plantations, Colombia should just wait for us. Yes, Uganda can take on position number 3 in the world. This one I can assure you. We have increased our capacity from 2.5 kgs to 4, and we are going for 6.5 by close of next year. So, what does it imply? That let's have a multiplier effect. If every farmer can do the right implementations as by agronomists, we have the capacity even before we increase on the acreage that we may think of. So the capacity is already within our hands, within our control. But so many farmers are getting less than 1 kg of FHU. Why? Because they have a notion and a thought that fertilizers are expensive. Maybe to give a hint on the current prices, farmers are agitated in the coffee industry that the prices have plummeted. No. What is your cost of production per FHU kg? With the recommendations and implementations we've done, with all administrative costs, we are producing a kilogram of FHU at 3,650. If the off-taker is offering a Ugandan farmer 12,000 per kg, are we in business or we are making a loss? So where is the claim? So at 10,000 Ugandans, we need to accept we are just okay. How many businesses are making that? I don't think so. Unless you are not paying taxes, unless you're buying from individuals who smuggle these goods, but you can hardly find a business making that magnitude. So my message to farmers is that listen to what our scientists tell us, believe in your practices, continue touring other prospective farmers, engage in farm tours, and always look at what is your target per year per plantation. I appreciate for such an opportunity. JBK Modern Farm is open to every farmer who would wish to know and interact in regards to coffee. We opened the doors for every Ugandan. Equally, what I saw in the blogs here, we are doing a little of maize, but still in our field of maize, we have implemented Yala. Probably the other aspect I can share with our farmers within Kiryandongo, we calculate that in a year per acre with the right implementation, JBK Modern Farm, we harvest 8 tons of maize per year per acre. That implies we expect and harvest 4 tons of maize per season per acre. those who would want to know and see this demonstrated, our farm is open. Free entry, free exit. We share this knowledge, we share the models. So it's not about coffee. We have done it for maize. For those who may think that we are here for coffee only. So I need to empower this, that farmers continue visiting each other, look at the targets, check your practices, and look at your business aspect by records. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, JB Farm, for your wonderful words. Tell your neighbor we had missed it. Farmers, tell your neighbor we had missed it. And we thank God we already have it in hand. Thank you so much, JBK Modern Farm. Allow me to recognize the presence of General Manager